No, actually, I think they're neither. I think they're victims of relative poverty. I mean, there's a lot of medical statistics available that show that poverty itself is not actually that bad. What's really bad for you mentally and physically and leads to these desperate things is the relative poverty. If you see Europe and television and so forth, all these sort of seemingly wonderful conditions, but of course what you don't see on television is the mental stress and so forth. I mean, actually a poor family, and I actually grew up quite poor, the home life sometimes is actually very nurturing and very reinforcing, whereas if you're in a very wealthy family, you probably don't have much of a home life, but you have a nice car and you have a nice clothing and all that stuff. And somehow we've been told that these things are very important for you. So it's another sign of addiction. So the pusher actually makes sure that you constantly have this drug in front of you. And then you begin to get desperate, and these people are extremely desperate. But if they actually looked around, I had a conversation with a person from Tanzania. If you looked around, what's so bad about living a few years less or being a little poor, provided everybody around you is supportive, and you have your institutions and your children and your family and so forth. I think we dismiss all of that without even giving it any currency whatsoever. And the only thing that counts is how big your bank account is, how fast you're growing, and what now, in terms of these big industrial, what your global reach is. And we sell that basically by telling you that unless you have all these things, you're inferior. And that leads to a lot of unhappiness.